I am Vinnie Totorich. Folks, your good intentions have been stolen, but don't worry. I'm here to help you get them back. You may be soft and succulent at the beginning of this process, but hang in there. Before long, you will be lean and mean, guaranteed. Oh, you know what that means? That means on this Monday show with Anna Vocino, we will be looking for a word during the show so we can play stripper NFL. That's right. Yeah, there's a new guy on the scene. Everyone's talking about Cam Scatterboo. Cam Scatterboo. Whenever I hear a name like that, it is time to play stripper NFL. So, Anna, please.
Yeah, I don't know who Cam Scatterboo is.
Oh, listen. Look, you hear, like last week I said, Juju Smith-Schuster, right?
Well, I know him because he played for the Steelers.
Right. But Cam Scatterboo for the Giants. Oh. You gotta look. Wait,
are the Giants going to be good this year?
No, but Cam Scatterboo is.
Okay.
Actually, and it's a whole thing because they have, they have Scatterboo and they have this young quarterback. They're both rookies. Both of these guys were knee deep in cheerleaders in college last year at this time. Yeah. And now they're both taking over that team. And two rookies, a rookie quarterback, a rookie running back. And this guy's insane. He is just insane. So I walk around the house. Serena thinks I have Tourette's. I just walk around the house going, Scatterboo, Scatterboo. So if we come up with a word today, we shall be playing stripper or NFL. And that's all I'm going to say on that subject.
Amazing.
So how you doing, Pumpkin?
I'm doing so well. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I can't complain. Folks, if you're hearing this, I'm on vacation. Yeah, I'm on vacation. Actually, I'm back from vacation by the time this comes out. I was going to
say, by the time this airs, it'll be well into November.
Yeah, because we've got, I think, I'm going to go and then come back from vacation. So,
yeah.
And people go, wait, you'll say that on the air? Your house is going to be empty? No, my house is not empty. Now, I got 2 dogs.
Do people say that, or do you just say that in your head?
My house won't be empty. Well, I'm
saying, do people actually ask you if your house is empty?
No, but people.
That would be a deeply personal question.
If someone would say your house is empty, we could go rob it. I got 2 dogs here and an off-duty cop and his off-duty cop wife that comes and stay.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got people in the house.
So don't get any wise ideas.
Armed and ready to rock and roll.
Nobody appreciates your wise ideas.
Yeah, and they got the law on their side. But by the time this show comes out, we will be back from our first vacation in, I think, well over 10 years. Can you imagine?
Wow. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I believe it.
And
are you actually going to not be working?
No, I have to work because I now run my company, but I'm going to be running it from a beach.
Yeah. Well, that's great. I was running my company from France, which is not a bad place to run a company, except for there were several meetings that I had to set the alarm and get up at 12:45.
Yeah.
So I could do a call at 1 a.m. France time.
Mm-hmm.
Is what it is. I'm still in France.
Here's the thing.
It's okay.
I'm a little scared. I go, when I say vacations, me and Serena, I've been on, I go climbing here and I go climbing there and whatever. Right. This is the first, we're just going on vacation to veg out.
Well, you guys never took a honeymoon either.
No. We got married, no honeymoon, no nothing.
Yeah.
We got married after 17 years of dating.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you finally asked her to go steady in a legal way.
Yeah, we went legally steady.
Legally steady.
Yeah.
Why they should call marriage that? Then maybe it wouldn't not be as people wouldn't jump into it so quickly. If it was called legally steady, you'd be like, that doesn't sound very romantic.
I like the way. Yeah, you just reminded me of the song that we're going to play at the end of the show because of what you just said. At any rate, I'll look that up later.
Great.
If I ask you, just remind me, steady, made me think of a song.
Okay. You're like, what was that song?
What was that song? Steady.
Steady, right. And you'll get it?
Yeah. So
okay.
Here's the thing. we're going to be on the beach, and
Okay.
that's not good for me. I had a little taste of it at my nephew's wedding last year because we
Right.
had a half of one afternoon to go sit on the beach.
Uh-huh.
And boy, did I get antsy. I got
Alone with your thoughts, not
alone with everything.
not moving
It's
around.
like I'm sitting here looking at the water. Now what? Now what am I going to do?
I find it to be very boring, but I'm always glad when I do go to the beach, it's with Lauren's family because they're a bunch of fish and they all constantly swim or they're playing a game. You know what I mean? Like it's active. I don't like just sitting there.
My wife won't go into a bathtub because she thinks Jaws is going to be in the bathtub. I wish
that
I
is
that part
so
out.
real for people of a certain generation.
Now, I got her when we were in Florida. I got her to go in up to her knees into in the Gulf of America.
Yeah.
And she went up to her knees and she goes,
Did you say the Gulf of America?
Isn't that what we're calling it now?
I guess so. I just had to call that out. I'm not going to gloss over that.
So we're in the Gulf. I think when we were there, it was still the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, but now it's the Gulf of America.
Yeah, and she was up to her knees, and she goes, "What if there's like a sand shark or something?" I said, "Honey,
for sure there are. There are
but
stingrays."
I couldn't tell her that. Yeah.
Oh, you want me to call her and tell her?
No. She goes, "How do you know there's no sharks?" I said, "Because you don't hear the music." And she goes, "What music?"
You're so full of shit. There's sharks all throughout all these waters.
If you don't hear that, yeah. So no music, no sharks. That's the way I look at it.
Okay, I think that's fair.
All right,
If she only knew just how many sharks are down there swimming, living their best lives.
Oh yeah, just waiting to get a bond girl. So
she don't have enough meat on her bones. They got meatier ones to go for in the Gulf of America.
Yeah, you could get Octopussy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get some of that. All right, Anna, can I bring up something? And if you don't want to talk about it, stop me, okay? Just say, I want to move on. I was talking, Chris and I were having a meeting earlier.
Okay.
And he goes, did you see this stuff? This guy was calling out Anna's sauce or her gravies. Do you know what I'm talking about? Over on Facebook? Are you familiar with it? And
I responded. Yep.
Yeah. So he sent me the whole chain, and I read it. Now,
people are watching.
Yeah. So the whole we're not going to read exactly what the guy said, but
no.
I'd like to clarify. Yeah, Anna, do you have it? Do you have the first? Can you find?
I don't have it, but I
can't go on to the Facebook.
I know what it actually was somebody chiming into what was a positive post that somebody found our sauces, Eat Happy Kitchen sauces, on the shelf somewhere. I can't remember where, maybe like Fred Meyer's or King Supers or something. And they were or Food Town in Atlantic Highlands. And they were really excited to have found them. And I was excited. I love those posts. Like it makes my heart explode with joy that somebody found our stuff and they thought enough to like take a picture and then post it in the group. Like it's so thoughtful.
Okay, so I found it. I'm not going to read the guy's name, but I'm going to read the post that he was.
Okay, sure.
He commented on something. He goes, "You guys are paying $10 to $14 for a jar of sauce that has 6 grams of sugar, 10 grams of carbs total." Well, I could tell you because I have a jar right here. I wanted to go look and see what he's talking about. Per half cup serving. So here's the deal. Okay, he's got a problem with the price.
Yeah.
I can't help you with that. You want top end stuff, you want gourmet stuff. That's what it costs. I hear that about my coffee sometimes. I got to pay that for a pound of coffee. Sorry, go buy Black Rifle. It's going to be the same price. Go buy Blue Bottle. Go buy any of the third wave coffee. It's going to be the same price, probably higher, right? When you buy good stuff, that's what it costs. Sorry, you want to go get crappy stuff. So I'm not going to take issue with that.
You know what? But hold on. I'm going to use this as a learning experience.
Okay, go on.
Let's talk numbers for a second. Let's talk about food, because I know food prices have been going through the roof, and it's really hard, and we're all trying to find ways to save on our food budget. So I get that. However, our current food system is set up for what's called economies of scale. What does that mean, Vinny? What do economies of scale mean? Well, let's say
you give it. All right.
So let's say extra virgin olive oil costs a lot of money because it's the good stuff, but you could put in some canola oil or soybean oil, and then you cut your costs. So that way you're scaling, meaning you're making a shit ton of product, and you're finding economies, ways that you can cut the corners so that it doesn't cost so much.
Mm-hmm.
Because the fact of the matter is, people want healthier stuff, but they don't want to pay for it.
Right.
And it sucks. So I'm building a business from scratch. And the whole reason I have a business is because we have this podcast, and I decided to make cookbooks, and those people are buying the products because they care about what goes into their body, and they understand it takes a couple extra bucks that you got to put towards things, right? I'm not going to sacrifice the quality. We've been able to, as we've grown our business, we've been able to shave, 25 cents here, 17 cents there. Our label cost went from 30 cents a label to 17 cents a label. Now, whatever, like that doesn't sound like much, but it's a game of pennies at this point.
Right.
So what happens is we sell them on the website for a premium cost. All of that pays for what it costs to go into grocery stores.
Right.
I'm going to give a sample number because I'm not going to divulge our whole business plan.
Sure.
But I'm going to give a sample number. Let's say, Vinny, you decide to sell a pound of your coffee. You're selling it on your tell me how much a pound of coffee is. $20 on the website?
No. It's in the teens.
$18.
It ranges from 14 to 17 or 18, something like that.
So let's say you decide to sell. I'm going to do the math right here. Let's say you decide I'm going to sell this into a grocery store, but most grocery store coffee is between $10 and $14 a pound on the shelf. So you can't sell it at that grocery store for $17, $18 a pound because the average consumer will not pick that up. You're trying to appeal to other consumers, right? Who have never heard of your brand.
Right.
In fact, what will happen is you'll be the price anchor at $17, and everyone will go, oh, well, at least it's not that one. I'm going to buy the second most expensive one.
Right.
That's what happens in consumer psychology. So let's say then you have to come up with a price to sell it into. So I'm using completely arbitrary numbers. I'm going to start with $6. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say it costs you $4 or $5 to make it. So then you're only making, if it's $5 to make and you're charging $6, that's what, a 20% margin?
Yeah. And that
doesn't even pay the bills, nothing.
Yeah, in the words of margins, you're losing money at 20%.
You're losing money. Now, so my goal is to be able to sell into the grocery stores without losing. It's okay if we break even because we're building the brand, but we cannot lose money. And then we have the direct to consumer sales that offset it. Bear with me. The distributor takes 25%. So if you sell something for $6, the wholesale price to the grocery stores now becomes $8. Well, guess what? The grocery stores want between 40 to 45%. Let's call it 40%. Okay. So the grocery store, I don't know about the coffee category, but most grocery, when it's shelf stable, it's between 40 to 45%. So then it would go on shelf for $13.33 a pound.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're a little more in the pocket. So you put it on the shelf and you're like, okay, that's pretty good, but our sales aren't great. It would honestly be better if we could be on the shelf for $10 a pound.
Sure.
Well, guess what? The distributor is not going to cut down their margin. And the store is not going to cut down their margin. So what do you have to do? You have to put it on sale, right?
Right.
So if you put it on sale and I knock off $2 off of, so I sell it for $4. Actually, wait, $1.50 will get us to $9.99. Perfect. $4.50 gets you to a $9.99 shelf price, but that means now you're eating $1.50 per unit that's sold, plus the distributor tax on their 8% to 10% fees just for doing a sale. And guess what? Didn't you just tell me it cost you $4 to make that?
Sure did.
Plus, We haven't even started talking about numbers, how much it costs for you to ship it to the distributor, how much it costs for you to ship it from your manufacturer to you and then to the distributor. So what I'm saying here is I'm not the only one going through this. You're not the only one going. Every person who is trying to sell food who's not a giant conglomerate is going through these things, and we don't have the economies of scale. Right.
And
I don't sell things by the truckload yet.
But and just to put it simple for the consumer, if you end up in a grocery store, you know, that's why all of their products, you might be able to buy ragu for $8. Think about the crap that's got to be in ragu for you to buy it for $8. It's complete crap.
Or to be devil's advocate, there's Rayo's, which they do use a seed oil because it's just olive oil. It's not extra virgin olive oil.
Right.
But it's a little higher quality than a ragu or a Prego, right?
Of course.
And Rayo's is the #1 seller at all Kroger's. So they must be doing something right. They are now owned by Campbell's. Campbell's can afford to keep them on sale because Campbell's is a giant conglomerate and they're making all this other money from the soups and all the other things that they own. So they can have this beautiful Tony, you know, premium brand in their, you know, feather in their cap and keep it on sale to keep people buying it. You see what I'm saying? They're able, they have a lot more cash to play with.
So, but I don't want to.
So I want to talk about pricing because it is hard because everyone wants to save money.
Yeah, but Anna, the bottom line is, pricing aside, this is not a price. We don't talk about price here. We talk about ingredients. We talk about what people are eating, and the way the guy, and I get it, and I'm not. You know, I'm not going to mention the guy's name. I don't want to. His
comment was shaming people for paying that much money and also shaming people for having something that he considered
so he
high
won't
carb
pay that.
item.
That's fine.
It was two levels of shame.
But let's leave that.
I'm not here for that.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt on the, I'm not paying this amount of money. Fine.
You totally don't have to pay that.
I'm
not saying, but I'm saying you can't complain in other areas. I don't know if he is, but people do. They complain about how expensive food prices are.
But I want to give him the benefit of that doubt.
Totally.
Okay. I really do. I want to talk about, so I read that and then I went, wait a minute. I use Anna sauce, 16 grams of carb per serving. So I went and grabbed, I have, look, one of your old labels here, Anna.
Oh yeah. That's so sweet. I
like to let them sit on the shelf and become vintage.
Well, they're good for a long time.
Here's the thing. I'll be using this tonight, by the way.
I thought it was 6. I'm going to grab one of my own as well. I thought it was 6 grams of carbs per half cup.
So here's the deal. The sugar.
Hold on. My headphones fell off. Okay. What'd you say?
All right. Total sugars in this product is 5. So maybe the one he read had 6. That's fine. And total carbohydrates are 9 grams per serving. Yeah. Now, the way he made it sound was it was 10 grams of this and 6 grams of sugar.
It's 10. It's now on the new California tomatoes.
Right.
And by the way, this is an algorithm that spits this out based on the ingredients, based on the spec sheets that we receive from our suppliers.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
10 grams of carbs, 0 fiber, 6 grams of sugar, 0 grams of added sugar. So again, where does that 4 grams go? I don't know.
Well,
why is the one you have 9 and this one's 10? I don't know.
All right, so
one's Italian San Marzanos and one's California San Marzanos.
Anna.
Okay.
All right, so just for the audience to keep it straight, because people are listening going, they're throwing around 6 and 10 and 4 and all this stuff. Bottom line is a serving has 10 grams of carbs.
Okay, let's say 10. Let's call it 10.
Okay, great. What's the problem? Nobody ever got fat. And you go, wait a minute, Vin, no sugars, no grains. Yes. If you go back and read my book that was written, how many years ago? 12, 14 years ago? Bestseller?
15.
You know, Fitness Confidential.
You wrote it 15 years ago. Yeah. We started this almost 14 years ago.
I talk about putting life into living, and I talk about not wanting to live in a world where pistachio gelato didn't exist. That's written in my book, right? I never wanted this to become oh my God, I can never have a spot of sugar again. I talk about it. I think I talk about it enough on this podcast. I have the KST rule, Kristen Scott Thomas rule. If I'm looking at my sister-in-law, I drink wine. Why? Because she has really, really good wine. My sister-in-law is wealthy and she's French. right? She's European. She's got great wines. So I see her about once a year, sometimes twice a year, but I generally hang out with her for a long period once a year. And when I'm in her presence, I drink wine, right? Rest of the year, I don't drink wine. Might have wine one other time during the whole year. Life into living. That's what that's called. Birthday comes around. Serena and I had a birthday together. You know, she's on the 21st, I'm on the 27th. So we had cake on my birthday for both of our birthdays. We had one piece of cake. You see, you figure out when you want to have something and you do it, right? We don't go have something once a week or say every Saturday week. You know, I don't drink beer. I'm not a beer guy. So I don't drink beer when I'm watching a game. I don't drink, you know, you just do things whenever. You know, it just happens whenever. It's called putting life into living. By God, when I go home for Thanksgiving, if my mother somehow bakes a pecan pie, I shall have a piece. Right? Because my mom won't be here forever and I'll love her pecan pie. Just the way it is. This is not about not eating sugar. And that's where I think this guy was going, or woman. Can't remember. I think it was a guy's name.
It looked like a man's name.
And, you know, 10 grams of sugar per serving. I mean, I use this stuff all the time to make what I call the triple crime protein, you know, that I came up
That's
with.
how I use it too. I'm not having it with pasta. Is that
right.
clear? Are people clear on that? I appreciate the irony of being a woman who sells pasta sauce and I don't eat pasta and my core audience doesn't either. But that's okay. I want all the people who eat pasta to buy my pasta sauce.
Yeah.
But when you're ready to stop it, I'm here for you with recipes.
During the pandemic, I had to go home and take care of my mom, who had fallen and broken her shoulder and her knee. My mom and my dad had no one to cook for them, so I went home and took care of them. Anna shipped me a ton of this sauce, and I'm looking at it going, what do I do with this crap? So I started throwing meat in a pot and browning up the meat. And then I would cook sausage, and I would chop sausage and put it in with the meat. And then I would boil eggs and throw it in with the meat. And then I would throw Anna's sauce on top and let it all simmer together. And at the last minute, I'd throw some cheese on the top. It was just a big protein dish.
Yeah.
Guess who loved it? My mom, my dad, and me. We couldn't get enough of it. So much so that Anna put the recipe in one of her books. It's called Bachelor's Chili.
That's right.
It's made with this stuff. I didn't get fat from eating that. I'm not going to, I'm not eating carbs anywhere else. Those 10 grams of carbs will not do anything to me. Sorry, it just won't. It won't. Hell, I grow tomato bushes in the summer. I just took them down. It's fall now, and, they started to go bad. Tomatoes weren't tasting right anymore. They were barely growing. I just pulled them out, my tomato vines.
Yeah.
I eat tomatoes all summer. Tomatoes aren't the problem, folks. I know someone's out there telling you lectins, tomatoes are bad. No one died from a tomato. And that same guy, that same doctor's telling you, take the skin off of a tomato, take the seeds out. Okay. Knock yourself out, doc. I'm eating the seeds, the skin, the whole thing. It's just the way I roll. I don't want to hear that this stuff is a problem. And here's the thing I love, Anna. This is the old label.
Yeah.
You have the new label. Would you mind holding the new label up?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not reading on there anywhere where you're saying zero carb food. I'm not reading any lies on the front of that package. Can you read the front of that package to me?
Premium sauces crafted with clean ingredients. Eat Happy Kitchen. Eat clean, eat happy. No sugar added. Marinara sauce made with premium California tomatoes. Net weight 25 ounces, 709 grams. Those are all of the words that are across the front.
Oh, maybe
read the ingredients?
No, mine says 26 ounces.
Yeah. It changed when we changed manufacturers. You have an old one.
Got the old one. Okay.
By the way, when you see the net weight, that's what's inside the packaging.
Yeah,
that's not this. This actually weighs 2.2 pounds. So you could, if you need to do some lifts lift some weights.
Oh yeah, this is pretty heavy.
And you've never lifted weights, start with a couple of jars of marinara.
Yeah, you get the guns. Read the ingredients, Anna.
Ingredients: tomatoes, tomato puree, extra virgin olive oil, basil, garlic, sea salt.
Okay, wait a minute. Basil and puree.
But tomato is just tomato puree. There's chunks of tomatoes, and we mix it with pure tomatoes that they've already pulsed to make it smoother.
But Anna,
Yeah.
what's a better stripper name, basil or puree? Which one do you want to go with?
I thought you were asking like, what's tomato puree? I was trying to explain to you.
No, I know.
Oh.
No,
Tomato I think tomato puree, but it's confusing. I think you need to do tomato puree, not puree. Tomato puree.
Tomato puree Jones.
Yeah.
But that would never be a stripper. So we got to either go with
puree would be a stripper.
You don't know that. Puree Jones.
Okay, just do puree Jones.
We got to try it, Anna.
But strippers don't have last names, so it would just be tomato puree.
Fellas, you know what,
right.
Anna? This is why we got to play the game.
I know. You're right. You're right.
All right. So last time we did NFL first. So tonight we're going to do stripper first.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, I gotta find my stripper music. That would be ZZ Top, Cheap Sunglasses.
It's always ZZ Top.
It's
always never not ZZ Top.
Yeah. All right, here we go. All right, gentlemen, welcome to the Bada Bing. Remember, every Monday night is 2-for-1 lap dance. Tuesday is Tuesday lingerie lunch. Come for the food, come for the models. Coming to the stage, Miss Puree. All right. Come for the food, come for the models. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with me? All right, NFL, Anna, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. I'm dropping shit over here. Find some NFL music here. Welcome to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night football. Yeah, we're the NFL, where we have things called the tush push. I remember back in the day when you couldn't help a ball carrier advance. Now we're calling it the tush push, or the brotherly shove, or what I like to call it, the anus gainus.
Whoa.
Yes, NFL, where illegal use of the hands can be called on every single play, but it only comes out at convenient times. The ball's being punted. Oh, it's picked up by Puree Jones on the 30-yard line. Oh, he's sacked at the 35. All right, now.
NFL.
NFL is Puree Jones. That's NFL, right?
Puree Jones is NFL. Miss Puree. It didn't work.
Yeah, it just didn't work. Miss Puree just didn't. I was with you.
Miss Puree sounds like a RuPaul's Drag Race candidate, so maybe that's the next category.
Jot it down, Anna. If I feel it in a week or two, we'll do it again.
I feel like is it stripper, NFL, or RuPaul Drag Race competitor?
No, we can't, Anna. We cannot. The game has to be pure. Gotta say stripper.
Puree is more like it.
We can't put drag race in it. Or
Miss Puree is 1,000%.
Anna, we might be able to start a new thing.
Okay.
Drag race or drag race.
Like, is it the name of like a Formula One car?
Yeah, we're getting Sunday. Come on out to the drag strip. Blah, 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 blah. Why's the fastest bus? And blah, 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 blah. And then we could do drag queen.
Mitochondria. And then it's like Miss Mitochondria. Yes.
Yeah.
Drag race or drag race?
All right, let's think about that.
Okay.
And let's never do it.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So Puree Jones, definitely NFL.
I'm 1,000% on board for NFL, but I could also be convinced of otherwise.
And when you see your husband, ask him if he knows who Cam Scatterboo is.
I'm going to text him
Everybody's in
right
love with
now.
Scatterboo.
Text him right now.
Yeah.
Do you
It's
do that
spelled,
with your spouse? Do you text them from the other room?
oh, yeah. His name is spelled, I think, Skatebo. Not that I'm in love with the man or anything.
Skatebo?
Yeah, it's pronounced Scatterboo. It might be two T's, Skattebo. Could be Boo. I'm not sure. Cam
I mean,
Scatterboo.
it doesn't phonetically look like that, but that's okay. I love it. Good for
You look him
Cam.
up later and you'll fall in
I
love with him
will.
instantly. All
I'm
right.
sure I will.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so that's the deal. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, no, as soon as I saw that, I went to my pantry. I dug deep, as you could tell. I found one from the back of the pantry.
Well, you were confused too because it does say 9 on yours. It says 10 on ours, and that change happened with the
yeah.
new tomatoes, and we don't know why. It was a big discussion at the time. I was like, "Why is this one more? We can't have it be one more." And they're like, "Too bad.
Listen,
That's
folks,
what it says."
the
I'm
bottom
like, "Okay."
line is food. Look, and let me just go into this for just another minute. And this
Yeah.
is, I guess, the bigger part of it. My whole dream and hope of doing this podcast is to get people away. Remember, I don't like counting calories. I don't like counting macros. I don't like blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to get people to settle down and just eat whole, real food.
Right.
As I've always said, it's the one thing I have in common with the vegans. If you talk to the vegans who, the vegan nutritionists who really want to do well, they're all saying eat whole, real vegetables.
Right.
Right? It's the same thing. If you talk to a carnivore, right? Eat whole, real meat. Right? But what happens with carnivore, vegans, low carbers, everything, you start fearing something.
Right.
And I don't want people fearing anything, right?
Yeah.
Food, you're not to fear food. That's how you end up being, Karen Carpenter, right?
It becomes disordered, I think is what you're saying.
World, she's dead.
Yeah.
She died of anorexia, right? You have people who die of all sorts of food eating, phobias. Right. People who end up, my 600-pound life and my 1,000-pound life and all this. If you talk to a lot of those people, they'll tell you the thing they never eat. Can you imagine a 1,000-pound person telling you, "Oh, I'll never have that, never eat this, never"?
It's bad for you. Yeah.
Yet they'll eat. Everyone sends me that clip from 600-Pound Life, where the girl, she really thought, and people go, "Oh, isn't she so dumb?" No. My heart, I cry for this woman. She goes, "My mama told me for every regular Coca-Cola liter of Coke I drank, to drink a liter of Diet Coke. That way I won't get fat," or something like that. Mm. And most people would go, "Oh, look how stupid you are." No, she's not stupid.
Yeah.
She's ignorant to the facts. There's a big difference. I don't like to call people stupid because they don't understand how food works. It's not stupidity. Hell, I don't know. This woman could be very smart, probably is, but she's ignorant to the facts of how calories in food works, right? Or how macros affect your body, right? That's what I'm trying to do here. I can jump on that guy that said, "Oh, $14 and it's got 10 grams." No. I'd rather teach that guy.
I answer, and by the way, I left his comment up and I left my response up on purpose. Because it was such a positive post and people were so excited. They were talking about places they've seen the sauces. I never want to discourage that kind of engagement because it's awesome. And it also, I need to see that stuff. That's what keeps me going throughout the day when these grocery stores are fucking hammering me, And so I think if he's writing that, other people are thinking it. So I do want to clear it up. And I wrote a response and I have no problems. And if he had follow-up questions, I probably would have said, let's call me. Here's my number. Call me. I will talk to you about this.
Wait, hang on, Anna. Do an ad. Do an ad.
Oh, you know what else I'll call you about? I'm going to call every single one of you until every single one of you buys Villa Capelli olive oil. Villa Capelli is the best olive oil on the planet. It is real first pressed extra virgin olive oil. That's what the extra virgin means, is they take the olives on the harvest, they put it in the centrifuge, and they press out, well, they press it and then they centrifuge it out from the little olive pieces. And they harvest early in Italy, in Villa Capelli, which is in Puglia in the south of Italy. Like imagine the spur of the boot. That's kind of where they are. A little above the heel, a little below the spur of the boot. That's where Villa Capelli is located. And it's very flat there. And it's just kilometer after kilometer of olive groves. And so they grow the olives, they press the oil, and it has this pinch to it, the Puglia pinch, which is a little bit of a peppery finish. That's all the polyphenols that's in the olive oil. It's very good for you. Perfect on salad dressings, marinades. I saute almost everything with it. And you can get it at villacapelli.com. They have the new 3-liter boxed olive oil. It's almost like a boxed wine, but it's boxed olive oil. So it'll be lighter to ship, easier to ship. The tins won't dent in transit. And if you use the discount code Vinnie, Vinnie, you'll get 10% off your order each and every time you order.
Time. Yeah.
Who's on the phone, Vin?
Anna, you know, I have a rule. I have a rule on this show that if my mom calls while we're podcasting,
wonderful,
she must come on.
Can she hear me? Hi, Marie.
Hey, Anna.
How are you?
I'm wonderful, Anna. I called Vinnie. I went into a grocery store yesterday, and he makes his own. Say it correctly, Vinnie.
No, you say it, Ma. You tell her what I meant.
I might be saying it wrong.
Go on.
I did not know what kombucha was.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now you do. Did you try it?
Well, he sent me pictures of him brewing his own.
Okay.
And I said, Vin, I never ever heard of that. Well, don't you know, yesterday I went into a kind of high-end store.
Ma, you could tell her where you went. You know.
I went to Ralph's Supermarket, which
Great.
is actually across the river from us. And I see this big half gallon of kombucha, and I stopped. And I told the one of the workers, I said, do y'all have this in a smaller size? Because I've never had it before. And I didn't want to buy a half gallon if I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Have you ever had it, Anna?
I have had it, but I've not had one that hasn't been overly sweet. And then one time I had the mother, I guess I found out what it was, but I called it a kombucha booger.
Yeah, it's called a SCOBY.
Well, I took a sip and it like slapped me on the cheek. It like came out of the bottle and slapped me on the cheek, and that turned me off to kombucha.
No, I leave a little SCOBY in mine.
I want to try Vinnie's.
Ma, you remember that big chunk of bacteria I pulled out when I sent you the video?
Yes.
That's called the SCOBY or the snot. It looks like a snot rocket. Yeah. So Ma, here's the deal. Here's what the first time I had kombucha in my life was probably in 1993 when I was living up at Mickey Hargitay's in his guest house. Mickey was all into health, and you remember he was the one married to Jane Mansfield when I lived up there. And that's who turned me on to kombucha. And then every time I bought kombucha in a store after that, it was like, number one, it's super expensive. And number two, it's got too much sugar in it. It didn't taste like the one that Mickey Hargitay was making at home. Right? So when I got after I started making my own kefir, I went, you know what? I'm going to do, I love Mickey. The guy was the healthiest guy I knew. I'm going to start making my own kombucha, except I'm going to figure out how to burn all of the sugar out. Now, I'm going to tell you, Ma, you would not be able to handle my kombucha. It tastes like you're drinking straight, just straight vinegar.
No, I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, like I'll give you an example. you can make kombucha in about 10, 11 days, right? They tell you to put like a whole cup of sugar per, 1 gallon thing. And in 10 days, enough of that sugar has been converted and it becomes sour and sweet and sour, kind of. I let my kombucha sit for over a month. I put it in a dark place right in the cupboard, and it sits there for a month. I make 2 gallons at a time. And then I
Wow.
drink about a half of a 16-ounce every day. I usually run out before my new kombucha is made. I run out 4 or 5 days ahead of time, and then I make it again. But the kombucha I make, you're even better. Like I will pour some. It's almost like a concentrate, and then I'll pour some soda water in with it, just to break it up a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're making a kombucha
Would
spritzer.
would you want me to buy a gallon of this stuff for you and give it to you when you come for Thanksgiving?
No, if it's at Rouse's, I'm going to just buy like a 16-ounce. If you read the ingredient, Anna and I were just talking about what's on labels. We were talking about the label of her sauce, and whenever I would buy it from Whole Foods or something, some of them, would have like like a 12-ounce bottle would have 10 to 12 grams of sugar, maybe even more than that. I would always find the ones with 3 grams of sugar, right? And mine has even less than that. So don't buy any. I could just, I bring an ice chest when I come for Thanksgiving anyway. So
yeah, I wanna,
bring my own stuff.
Yeah, I wanna see. I wanna taste it before I buy it.
Yeah, I'm going to let you taste mine, and I'll buy one from the store, and you can try the difference. You can see the difference.
Yeah, because I'm hoping they get a. I mean, I don't want to buy a gallon of something and then have to throw it away.
No, that wouldn't be good. And if it's got a lot of sugar, of course, I won't drink it. So,
Right.
So, and a lot of that stuff, it's almost like Kool-Aid kind of sweet.
That's
Oh,
what I thought. I thought it was too sweet.
Yeah, the stuff in the store tastes. You might as well drink a soft drink. It's the same thing, But I'll bring you some of mine, Ma, and you'll see what's going on.
You're getting a lot of calls, Vin.
Yeah, I got it plugged in, so now all the calls are coming in. Hey, Ma, we're gonna get back to the show.
Bye-bye. Have a good one.
Bye.
All right, and there she goes, Anna. There she goes.
My favorite lady.
Yeah, she almost bought some kombucha. Yep.
I love kombucha. We're gonna call it that from now on.
Kombucha.
Kombucha. Vinnie's kombucha. Are you gonna do kombucha? Are you gonna sell it?
No, but I'm gonna do this. Oh yeah, gentlemen, she's coming up to the stage right now. You stop your grinning and drop your linen. Miss Kombucha is on stage. When you wake up yeah, that works.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although Kombucha Jones?
Hang on, Anna.
Kombucha Smith. Say Kombucha Smith.
And sacked by Kombucha Smith. Nah, it's a stripper.
That one's really close, though.
It is close, but I made an executive decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going with it.
Yeah.
I'm going with it.
Right,
I had I know. I had a question for you from the ladies group.
Mm-hmm.
Vibration plates. I promised the ladies group that I would ask you about vibration plates.
Okay.
I know we've talked about it, but it's probably been a few years now.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Vibration plates. I in my career, I watched them come and go about 3 times.
I was going to say.
The last time it came and went, it was around mid to late 90s. A couple of my clients, I would show up and they would have these $4,000 vibration plates in their house. Now,
can I just have your $4,000?
I was like, yeah, why don't you just give me that money? And so the whole deal behind vibration plates is there any truth behind it? Yes. Is it going to change your life? No. And here's the thing. You're not even supposed to like stand on them straight kneed because it can mess up your retinas and everything else.
Right.
If, you got to keep, loose knees and the whole thing. And, my clients would force me and say, no, I got to do this. I would have them do lunges by keeping a foot on the plate and the whole
They
thing.
need to justify spending all that
They had to
money.
justify spending it until they gave it to the maid to take home. And, all this stuff. Yeah, NASA uses these things and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, when you're in a zero weight environment like space, you need to, that's the whole thing. If you're on your feet, being on your feet, supporting your own skeleton is called a weight bearing exercise. So standing is a weight bearing exercise. Lifting weights, not so much. Just hold. Weight bearing is when you're bearing the weight of your frame, meaning we're bipods, we're standing on our feet. If you work standing up, it works just as well. I noticed when, I've been rollerblading, Anna, for a couple of months here.
Right.
And I kind of get a chuckle out of it because I'm rollerblading and the road is a bit rough and the whole thing. That vibration goes up through my feet. I think about those vibration plates all the time. That kind of thing, being on your feet, exercising, getting a little extra vibration, all of that is good. But if you're out there pounding the pavement, either jogging, walking, what have you, you're going to get as good, if not a better result. So do you need it? Absolutely not. You want to waste money and have it? If you're going to use it while you're watching television, go for it.
I will say, confession time. I got influenced on TikTok Shop and I bought a vibration plate that was not that expensive. But I like to do it a couple times a week, just like instead of doing just my regular upper body weight routine, I like to stand on it in a squat and do a bunch of like pushes and do arm bands and things like that, just to change it up. I do feel oddly fatigued in a different way when I do it.
Every time I've played around on one, because I've played around on them a lot because my clients had them, I get off and feel energized in a weird sort of way.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
But I feel the same way
does it do anything?
Rollerblade, right? The rollerblading vibrates through your shins, your legs, and the whole thing is vibrating your skeletal system. Yeah. That causes us to grow bone. So not a bad idea if you have it. As you know, when I'm watching television at night, I have that balance thing with the it's called the rock. You just back and forth.
I want one of those. What is it called?
Mine is called a voodoo balance board. Let me see if I can find it here for the audience. I ended up, Gina Grad saw me using mine and I bought one for her.
Oh, yes. I remember this thing.
Voodoo balance board.
Okay. But is it the one where it rolls on a roller, or is it the one that has the band and you stand on the band and do your balance?
Mine has the roller thing in the middle, and it's spelled VEWDO-DO balance boards. And I have the one. It's kind of the professional. They call the piece of wood in the middle the rock. That's called the rock.
Mm-hmm.
Mine has the one where it leans both directions, so you can really get into that thing. And tonight I'll be watching NFL. It's Monday Night Football, and I can guarantee you I will be on it for at least 10 or 15 minutes during the game. So the one I use is VEW-DO, Voodoo.
They don't have that at Amazon. They have other brands though that I bet they all probably use the same mold in China.
Yeah, probably. I've had the same one for about 15, 18 years. Mm. And of course, I don't do it. I always do it in my office, right? So it's either a carpeted floor or, just tile or whatever, or wood. And mine still works like brand new. It's never broken, nothing. It's like brand new. So yeah. Yeah, those things are amazing. I also have I have one of those Bosu exercise balls over there. Sometimes during the game, I'll get a little bored and I'll go get on that thing and kind of roll my hips around. I'll balance. I'll get on my knees and kind of balance and play around. People go, "Are you crazy? Do you really do it?" Yes, I do. My buddy Don Coddington was saying to me the other day.
He just texted us both, by the way.
He was saying to me, he goes, "Do you still carry your jump rope when you go on road trips and get out?"
Yeah.
Rope? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Remember when we were in,
Texas?
Texas. Remember when you guys took the pictures of me sleeping? I went to hide
Yeah.
somewhere.
I wasn't you guys. I did that.
Yeah.
If anybody else did that to you, I would fiercely scream at them. But I did it. I'm
Well,
allowed to do it.
I
No one
was
else is allowed to do that.
I was on the road. Like that was in between. I had
Yeah.
to go there. And then that night I had to drive out because I had 2 talk shows I had to do in California. And I was doing Mike Rowe and Corolla and everything else. And so I had to get on the road that night. And about 1:00 in the morning, I was tired. I was dead tired. I was about an hour away from my destination. Pulled off on the service road, pulled out the jump rope, whipped it around for 5 minutes. Went a half an hour down the road before I got really tired again. Pulled over again onto a service road, whipped the jump rope out for 5 minutes. That's so much better than trying to to continue to juice yourself up with coffee. That's just going to frazzle your nerves. If you're tired, you're tired. It just works. And by the way, you want to talk about something that helps your bones and your muscles and everything grow? The jump rope. So we get several things here. We got the balance ball. We have the Voodoo balance board. We have the jump rope. And you got Anna's vibration plate.
Yeah.
So we got stuff to use over there. You understand?
Yeah.
That's how that works. Well, this show has gone all over the place. We talked about meat sauce. We've talked about, we had Marie on talk about kombucha.
Yeah. Kombucha.
You know what we didn't talk about? The fact that I got some salt dust in the mail today.
That was fast.
Did you send it?
Yeah. I ordered it and sent it to you.
Okay, here's
You
my
got it in the new tins, right?
No, it's around 10. I think
that's right, because I ordered it from Amazon. We're still doing the round tins.
Okay. So, all right, that's what I was going to ask you. I didn't think it came from you. I was about to tell you, I think Serena ordered it because it came in an Amazon box.
Yeah, I did. I ordered it from Amazon.
Yeah, and I saw it on the counter.
I gave myself the sale. What can I say?
I wanted to get egg. I can't wait to make my eggs in the morning because guess what's
I
going to
can't
go?
wait for you to use it. I'm obsessed with it.
It is. As you know, my sister-in-law stole my last thing of it. I brought it home for next Thanksgiving or sometime. And then I came back here and it wasn't in my thing. And I'm like, I wonder where it is. I went back to Louisiana and that bitch had it sitting on her counter. She didn't even try to hide it.
The audacity.
The audacity of her. Yeah. Anna Vocino's got that, but she's got a lot more. She's got this stuff that's just all sugared up.
just laced with high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, and everything else. Go get Eat Happy Kitchen's marinara sauce. My favorite is the pink crema. She's got the puta, she's got the puttanesca, and she's got the arrabbiata. My second favorite. As a matter of fact, as Anna knows, and I think she cringes, I've been known to add the pink crema and the arrabbiata together.
No, that doesn't. That's a spicy pink.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do a spicy pink.
Ooh.
I do it too. I make a chicken parm with spicy pink. You know what spicy pink is.
I do know.
If that's not a stripper.
Oh, yeah. Spicy pink. Mm-hmm. All right, folks. We've done enough show here. Go check out Anna Vocino at annavocino.substack.com. For me, you want to go to vinnytoteries.com. You're going to see, first off, you're going to want to go in and do the vinnytoteries.com/VIP. When we open that up, you can get in.
Is it still not open yet? When's it opening?
Nope. Oh, Anna, by the time this show comes out, it might be open, but I'll put a little ad on top of the show or in the show. I'll have Leona and company cut that in. Because what's going to happen is at some point, I'm doing a bunch of shows ahead of time. We're going to open that up because we're going to be releasing the workouts, and everyone in the VIP group is going to get them for free.
Do you have a date ETA that we can announce?
We're close. I keep saying we're close. I've been saying that since August, but
you want to say mid-November?
I keep changing things. Anna.
How about we hope mid-November? Is that realistic?
We'll see. Hopefully it'll be out before then. But
I cannot wait.
Listen, I'm running everything over here. It's coming.
I know.
It's coming, folks, to a theater near you. So, go do all the things. Oh, what was the word I told you to remember at the end of the show?
Steady.
Okay. We're going to play a little Billy Joel here. So, on behalf of Anna Vocino, well, this is a deep dive to get to the word steady. So, on behalf of Anna Vocino, my name is Vinnie Tortorich. Put life into living, and let's do it with one Mr. William Joel.